In Claiborne County, Mississippi, some 4 miles from the Mississippi River, stand the columns of one of the South's most majestic plantation mansions. Today, the lonely 40-foot columns stand as monuments to the once majestic Windsor Mansion. Around 1859, Smith Coffee Daniel, a wealthy and successful cotton farmer, built this towering 3-storied plantation overlooking his vast cotton acreage. This impressive structure featured 29 Corinthian columns, wraparound balconies, iron stairs, and decorative railings. Daniel completed the structure in 1861, just prior to the Civil War. The elegant mansion was topped by an observation turret that provided a sweeping view of the estate and the nearby Mississippi River. After years of hard work and planning, Smith and his wife Catherine proudly view their completed estate from the second-floor balcony of their home. Tragically, Daniel contracted yellow fever, rampant in the South in the mid-1800s, and despite persistent nursing and medical care, died only weeks after finishing his masterpiece. As often happened to widows during this period, Catherine was forced to assume the running of the farm, the cotton business, and supervision of the slave labor. With the assistance of her older children, her foreman and slave labor, the farm and cotton business rocked along reasonably well after Smith's death. However, the Civil War was heating up, and Catherine became increasingly worried about the fate of Windsor. By 1863, the Union Army had invaded the area, and estates such as hers were being burned to the ground. When the Union Army finally invaded the Windsor property, Catherine managed to preserve the mansion by convincing the Union officers to use Windsor as a Union hospital and observation post. The turret atop the home provided a means to monitor troop movement and activity on the river. Although Catherine was relieved that she had saved Windsor from destruction, she was saddened to look down upon the Union encampment outside her window. The Army encampment made it difficult to carry on with early morning farm chores. The Union Army had released the slaves, and Catherine was left with empty cabins and no field hands. It was during this occupation that a Union soldier drew his impression of the majestic mansion. His drawing turned out to be the only surviving depiction of Windsor. After the war, Catherine continued to operate the farm for many years, though with great difficulty since the slaves who built and maintained Windsor had been emancipated. In 1890, Catherine was having some renovations done at the mansion when a careless guest left a cigar burning on a balcony, igniting construction debris. No one was at home that night, and the flames spread quickly throughout the massive structure. The mighty mansion was reduced to cinders overnight, and by morning, all that survived were the tall, lonely, majestic columns. The columns were listed on the National Register of Historic Places in 1971, and the property was donated to the state in 1974. The Mississippi Department of Archives and History completed a stabilization project in 2024, and the site is again open for the lonely columns to continue their story of Windsor.